Alright, hey guys, and welcome back to another video. I am the Twisted Jedi, and we are going over another Battlefront 2 news update today because we do have some tweets from the developers of Battlefront 2 and mainly the community manager Ben Walke. His comments are what we're going to be discussing today because there are some that are very interesting in regards to the development level of Felucia and where it's currently at, as well as possible playable droid reinforcements coming to the game in the future, as well as the ability for blaster heroes to crouch, possibly coming into the game at a later date, as it seems like this is something that they're currently working on. So I will get to the details in just a minute, but before I do, make sure you guys smash a big thumbs up. I appreciate all the support you guys have given me so far, and if you are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and turn on that notifications bell to be alerted every time there's some brand new news for Battlefront 2. Anyways, getting into it, the first thing we're going to be looking at is the current development level of Felucia. Now obviously we got the news a little while ago that Felucia is being worked on for Capital Supremacy as a brand new playable map. We do have a tweet here from a user that says, okay, but we've been asking for skins for months before that stuff you just mentioned was announced. So they were talking about in regards to the 3D artists and what they're kind of working on. Ben was saying that they're working on droidicas, the TX, and extra maps. So they've kind of gone back and forth a little bit and then finally come to Ben's comment that says that stuff has been in development for months. Felucia is already playable. For example, we are already working on stuff that is due past summer. Is always a tough choice, but sometimes we do have to make the hard ones. So this tells me, guys, that they are currently playtesting Felucia. It's obviously in the later stages of development. It seems like they're pretty far into getting this out into the game, and we might be pretty close. Who knows? Hopefully within the next month or so, we will be playing Felucia on Capital Supremacy. We know Naboo is coming this month, so hopefully that means next month we will be getting a brand new map for the game mode. I'm honestly really excited to see what Felucia looks like. It has the potential to be such a really cool map on Battlefront 2, and I think it would be interesting to see how it goes, and possibly, maybe if we're lucky, fingers crossed, we can get it for Galactic Assault and Heroes vs Villains at some point in the future too. I don't know if this is in their plans or if they're working on this, but I think if they can do it for Capital Supremacy, they can definitely do it for HVV because you just make a smaller map version of it, and maybe if we're lucky, we can get it for Galactic Assault on top of that. But who knows? We just have to wait and see at this stage. The next thing we're going to be talking about is the possibility of first-person shooting and crouching for blaster heroes. So this goes to a post on Reddit where the user Ross0203 said first person and crouching for blaster heroes please. And Ben has responded to this, obviously going by his tag of Forge on Reddit, crouching, hold our blue milk. Now if you guys don't understand this reference, it's kind of like, hang on, let me go work on this, or let me go tell the team that you guys want this. That's kind of what he's referring to in this instance. So it seems like it's something that they're already working on, is the crouching. Don't know if they're going to be looking into the first person. There was no mention on that, but it seems like crouching is definitely going to be an option in the future. Hopefully the Battlefront 2 team does get onto this because I think crouching would be really cool in Battlefront 2 for multiplayer. My good friend the Star Bazaar, if you guys didn't watch his video on this news update earlier, make sure you check it out. He did point out that in the Battlefront 2 campaign, there are points where you play Han and Leia and you can crouch in the campaign, but for some reason it didn't make its way to the Battlefront 2 multiplayer stages. So for whatever reason, it just didn't get put in, didn't get included, but hopefully at some stage in the future we can see that, because I think crouching would give a huge advantage to the blaster heroes in being able to hide and survive a little bit longer. Giving yourself more cover with crouching and things like that would be really cool. Don't know if I really want first person for heroes, but I think the crouching is definitely a good idea. And finally, the last point of business for this video is going to be the possibility of future droid reinforcements coming to the game. Now, this was a weird discussion on the Battlefront 2 forums. It kind of started off with R2-D2 being a playable character in Battlefront 2015 in the Death Star DLC. If you guys didn't play that, it was part of an update that they brought out with the Death Star DLC. You could play R2-D2 and you had to try and escape him out of the Death Star while your teammates tried to escort you and take out all the stormtroopers kind of on the way. So this was mentioned and Ben kind of responded to it and said, alongside R2, are there any other droids you'd like to see? Only my personal take, but I'd love a K2SO, but that is just me. So obviously there is some kind of potential for droid reinforcements coming to the game in the future. We know Ben wants it. Some of us want it. I would love to see K2 in the game as a reinforcement, or even just a KX series droid as a reinforcement. It doesn't necessarily have to be K2SO. We did see one in the gameplay trailer for Jedi Fallen Order. So there's potential that they could use maybe some of that to put into Battlefront 2. I don't know how it kind of crosses over. I'm not familiar with game development, but maybe if they could use some of the resources from that to put into Battlefront 2, we could get a reinforcement just like K2SO. I think that would be really cool and would add a fresh take on the game. game, you could definitely do a lot with droid reinforcement, so it would be something interesting to look into. Anyways, that's pretty much all that I have for this video update. I know it probably wasn't super long, or it wasn't a whole bunch of information, but we got to take what we can get at this stage. We haven't really heard a lot in the last few weeks, other than what's leading into the Droidica update on the 26th, which is just a week away. So make sure you guys smash a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think about these tweets from Ben and what his responses have been to some of these questions, because I really think they're quite interesting. But as always, thank you so much for tuning in. I am going to get out of here. Be sure to subscribe and turn on that notification bell if you are new, and may the Force be with you always.
The Sith are all powerful. You are no match for me.